Southern Belle Whisper. I hope you all are doing well today. I have a little throwback Thursday video for you guys today. I know I've made these types of videos before, but I just have always thought it's such a fun way to find out different things about your favorite ASMR artist. ASMR Love was actually the ASMR artist that inspired me to start making these types of videos when I ran across one of her picture show and tell videos, and I just think it's so much fun, and I love reminiscing and looking back on old memories, and I love sharing it with you guys. So let's hope and pray I found the charging cord for my LED selfie light, if you guys could tell. But let's hope and pray that I charged it enough. I have been wanting to make this video all morning, but I've been waiting on that light to charge. But I do have my windows open, so if it does turn off, the lighting will be still okay. But before I start the picture show and tell, I want to show you guys this. Cover my address. This is what's been happening to me the last couple weeks. I don't know if this happens to other people, but 111 is an angel number, one of my favorite angel numbers. And I know exactly what is in this package, and that's what makes it so like, whoa, that just happened. But, so, let's open this first. I have a bigger Temu package show and tell coming up in the next couple weeks. So, I just wanted to let you guys know that. I know there are a lot of fans out there of my Temu package show and tells, so I want to try to make as little noise with this as I can without damaging what's inside. I got a new case for my cell phone. I have needed a new case for my cell phone for a while now, but I saw this on Temu and I knew I just had to have it. So let's show you guys what all it says first. I also have a pop socket coming to go on the back of this. It took forever to find a case that didn't have like quotes right in the middle of the phone where the pop socket goes. And I was elated when I found this one. So it says things like, reminder, pray, okay? Lord, I have no idea where I'm going, but I trust you with it all. The Lord will fulfill his promises. He will carry you through this. Isaiah 42:10. Be grateful. Love yourself. God worked so hard on you. All that matters is what God thinks of me. Daughter of God. WWJD. I love that. I've gotten a lot more into pink recently, you guys. I think I've always loved pink. I mean, purple is my favorite color, but for springtime, I guess, pink has always been one of my favorite springtime colors, so I love that. Let's see if I can. I swear, you guys, I've grown out my nails and I keep breaking them at work. So I cannot wait to put that on my phone, you guys. Okay, the first thing I want to start with is I used to write letters to my mama all the time. And I found this one today from 2010. So I was 19. 8/17/2010. Dear Bob, hi, how are you? I know my handwriting is sloppy, but I'm trying to hurry. I really messed up on the hamburgers. Sad crying face. I tried so bad to do something nice for you, and then I thought about that peanut butter commercial. You know, the gay one that says, JFC, show that you care. I laughed so hard when I read this. So yeah, I made you a PB&J. I know what I did was a big waste of hamburger, but I love you. That's what makes it better. I don't remember what the special occasion was. Maybe I was just wanting to do something nice for her. But yeah, she kept a lot of my letters throughout my life. I love that. I had a nosebleed earlier, you guys. That is how dry my nose has been. I had a nosebleed, and I never get nosebleeds until recently, but I'm trying to make sure there's nothing showing or anything like that. Okay. Here's a picture of me and my dad. A lot of people tell me I look just like him. What do you guys think? I don't think I was quite a year old yet. Maybe not even 6 months. I love that picture. I've always been a daddy's girl, you guys. Always. This is a picture of my brother when he played football. Or no, wait. Washington Redskins. Dude. Maybe he just wanted to get his picture taken with. Maybe my mom had gifted to him like this outfit. I never knew my brother was a Washington Redskins fan, you guys. But I love this picture of him. He was always really self-conscious about showing his teeth when he smiled. So I never got that many smiles out of him. But I love this picture because he's just so excited. He's so cute, you guys. But yeah, that's my Bubba. That's my Bubba Joe. My mama's boy. They look just alike. We all four look just alike. My niece Selena is like his carbon copy. Okay. This is one of my senior photos. I had lost a bunch of weight before. I think I disclosed to you guys in a video that before I got my senior photos taken, I had gotten on Phenomine because I wanted to lose some weight before my senior photos. And you can almost see the engagement ring on my finger if you look really closely. Yeah, I was engaged at 17, you guys. But I still had my braces then. That was a fun day, though. Here's Mama, and right there is me. This is the baby shower that the people that my mom worked with surprised her with. And she is just radiant in this photo. I love this picture of her. I love all the pictures of her from my baby shower because she just looks so happy and radiant. She must have already known she was having a girl because she's dressed in pink. Or maybe not. I love that picture. I also love this picture of her. There's nothing really special about it other than she's on the beach. And I love my mother in white. I love when she wears white because I think it really brings out her complexion. My mama has a lot of, I think it's Indian heritage in her. So she has that beautiful, warm complexion. And I love this photo. My mama's always been so beautiful, you guys. She has. I cannot remember if I showed this picture to you guys, but we'll show it again. This is the truck that we moved down from the beach to here in. And we used to have a blind spot right at the end of the driveway. We had like a light pole, on the left side that had like a bunch of greenery on it. And still to this day, you gotta be really careful. I always check like 4 times before I pull out my driveway because it's dangerous. But my dad had pretty much acted like James Dean did. They were pulling out of the driveway and saw this truck racing down on the left-hand side. My dad was like, "Oh, he'll stop." No, he didn't stop. My dad tried to pull out as fast as he could out of the driveway, but they were hit almost head on. And they were very lucky, you guys. My grandmother, my mama's mama, was living with us during this time, and she said it sounded like a bomb going off when they were hit. They only had like cuts and bruises, and that's it. They were very, very lucky. And my dad was heartbroken. He loved that truck. We all did. Here's another picture of my brother's smile when the moments where he didn't care what his teeth looked like. And I never cared what his teeth looked like anyways. I always thought he had a beautiful smile. We must be laughing during this photo. If you can't tell, my brother got my mom's qualities where it comes to the height department. So we always looked so funny together. Him, like, not even at my shoulders height, and me. It felt like the movie Twins with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Danny DeVito. I love that picture. This picture I want to show you guys because when I was still with my ex and I used to look back on my wedding, I was like, why did my parents look so damn unhappy? And this is a picture of them from my wedding. I always used to be like, why do they look so unhappy? And they would tell me, they'd be like, Kelly, we were up all night with your niece and her mama and her brother, and we were just really tired, but they knew. They knew, you guys. Still to this day, I wish someone would have told me. Everybody just was like, I had a friend that had known him since he was 15, and I asked her, I was like, hey, Kaylee, I just met this guy, and he says he knows you from the past. I said, give me a green light or a red light here. And she was like, oh yeah, he's a great guy. And to this day, even though we're still friends on Facebook, to this day, my parents don't have anything to do with her because they have a hard time forgiving her for not telling me that he was a piece of shit. But yeah, definitely do not look happy in this picture at all. But they do look happy in this picture. Look at my mama. She's so short, you guys. She was so cute. This was before my mom's best friend from work, Cora. It was her wedding, and they're dressed up for Cora's wedding. Must have been during Halloween. October sometime. I love this picture of them. Such a good picture. This was an apartment that we lived in Surfside Beach. We actually lived in the house across from this apartment complex. I wouldn't even call it an apartment complex. It was 3 apartments. And we were on the one all the way to the left. And actually, you guys, it was a pretty damn nice apartment. It had a huge kitchen, 2 bedrooms, Jack and Jill bathroom, a pretty nice sized backyard and front yard. Actually, that place was kind of cozy, to be honest. But yes, we lived in the house across from this apartment complex. A really ritzy looking house. And we moved across the street to this apartment. And I loved it. I have a lot of good memories in that apartment, you guys. I do. With my cousins and my brothers. And it was actually a really cozy apartment. The kitchen was yellow. My mama did all the cabinets with the stencils. Do you guys remember stencils? Like the green leaf stencils on the cabinets. The things that you remember, you guys. Here's me and my dad and my mom. Christmas Day, 1994. On the beach. I think this was our first Christmas when we moved to the beach from West Virginia, if I'm not mistaken. Sorry, I keep bumping the microphone. I don't mean to do that, you guys. I'm sorry. This was a cake, birthday cake, that my mother had made for me for my 11th birthday party. I didn't even know I was having an 11th birthday party. My parents showed up at my school to surprise me. And we all got to go to the cafeteria and have a piece of cake. And I wish I could find the picture. I will find that picture of all of us because it has my friend Angie in the picture. The one that I work with. And I think she'd get a kick out of that. I love that. I still love SpongeBob. It's even more awesome as an adult. Here's that house I was talking to you guys about. The one across from the apartments that we lived in called not Sadie's, but, oh man, I can't remember. There's that Dracula still on the door. Me and Dad. Daddy's girl, you guys. Daddy's girl. Hold on 1 second. Alright. I know I've probably shared this one, but this was Christmas 2000. And I had wanted the Backstreet Boys tape. What was it? Millennium? I think it was Millennium. The one that had "I Want It That Way" on it. And I wanted it so bad. I was definitely a Backstreet Boys girl, you guys. But I was so happy that I got that tape, as you can see. And I'm still pulling off the bangs, you guys. How about that? I loved this outfit. It was a suit. Like, it came with a long sleeve shirt and green pants. My mama always found me the best outfits for Christmas. Now, this may be a little bit triggering to me, but I don't mind telling you guys. This little boy, and I can't remember his name. It wasn't Gregory. It was a lady that my mom worked with named Ginger. She had a crush on my father and would always stop by our house with her son, who was around the same age as me, as you can see. And one day, we were all on the beach, and me and this boy were sitting behind my dad, so he didn't see this happen. And the boy had brought a football to the beach, and he was burying it in the sand. And you guys, I don't know why I did this. Just to be a brat, I guess. But I started undigging his football, and he punched me in the face. True story. This little boy punched me in the face because I uncovered his football that he had been burying in the sand. Punch me in the face. Yeah. Okay, trigger warning for this photo. But I know I've gained a lot of new subscribers, and I know I've mentioned it in past videos, but just for the new subscribers. This was in 2004. I was 13. I was going in for my third tonsillectomy. Yeah, third, you guys. They grew back every time. Third. And I knew going into it, let me just say this, I had been baptized a few months before this surgery. And I knew going into this surgery that something bad was going to happen. I kept telling my mom that morning, I said, "Mama, am I going to die?" She was like, "Of course not, honey. You know, you've been through tonsillectomies before. You're going to be okay. It's okay." But from day one, I had this feeling about this doctor. His name was Dr. Terrell. Just this bad feeling. And long story short, this asshole takes me into surgery, comes out 20 minutes later, goes up to my mom and says, she has way too much tonsil tissue. I didn't realize she had so much tissue because the tonsil tissue was just awful, you guys. I had on both sides of my throat, all the way down my throat, around my voice box and everything. It was awful. But he said that I had too much tissue and that he was overwhelmed and that I would have to have 3 years worth more of surgeries to remove this tissue, and also a trach during that time. If you guys don't know what a trach is, it's that little breathing tube that people get in their necks. Yeah, and my mama was like, "The fuck she is." She said, "You get my daughter out of this hospital right now." And at first, when he called, because they sent me to Wake Forest in Winston-Salem, the children's hospital there. And the first time he called, he checked on a bed if they had any beds open. But he didn't say, hey, I have a patient here that is in dire need of a hospital bed. He didn't. So my mom had to tell him to call another time to get me out of there. But I was in a drug-induced coma, anesthesia, coma, because they had to keep me under because they were afraid I would pull my breathing tube out. As you can tell, I had a breathing tube. I had an NG tube in my nose. And I just noticed today that my hands are restrained in this picture. Yeah, 5 days, you guys. I don't remember anything. Actually, it was probably the best sleep I've ever gotten in my life. I felt so peaceful. But, yeah. Just another part of my story, you guys. Okay, so these pictures are of the garden that my father used to plant every single year here, because we have a huge backyard here, and he used to plant a garden every year. Lettuce, onions, potatoes, tomatoes, corn. I mean, he had a huge garden, and he took pride in it too. He loved his gardens, you guys. But he used to always eat pretty good, especially the corn, you guys. You haven't had corn until you've had a stalk of corn that hasn't been cooked. It's just that sweetness. Like, I can still taste it, you guys. I loved that garden. I don't even think my dad knows how much I appreciated it. This is another birthday. This is my 5th birthday, I think. Kellyanne 5. At the apartment that I told you guys about. I love the rustic walls that apartment had, if you guys can tell. Another surprise birthday party. And I told you guys I've always been obsessed with the Lion King. Rocking it, you guys. This is my first best friend that I ever had. Her name was Mariah. And she lived at, my mom worked with her mother at work. And that's how we became best friends. We still have, I'm pretty sure we still have this clock right here. She was always so much fun because I've always been more of an introvert, and she was an extrovert, you know, just a kid that loved to laugh and play and have fun. And I was more of a, hey, can I read to you? Sleepover type of people. This picture, this was before I got my braces, you guys. I was telling Mom earlier, I said, you remember that Amanda Bynes character? I forgot what her name is on the Amanda Bynes show, the one that goes, like that. I said, that's what this picture reminds me of. God, you guys. Can you guys see? I had a huge overbite. I was always so self-conscious about my smile. And then I met people in my life to this day said I always had a beautiful smile, even before I got my braces. But around this time, I had gone to like a little dance with my best friends. Adam and Missy were dating at that time before he realized he was gay. And I had a huge crush on him. And he said, I dare you to go get a picture taken of yourself wearing that Hawaiian hat. I guess it was Hawaiian themed dance. And so I did it because he bet me. And then I think I actually got to dance with him at this dance too. So he was like, you can dance with him if you want. Here is a picture of my friend at the time. Was born a day before Halloween, and she had a party with her closest friends, which were me at the time and another girl. I can't remember what her name was. I dressed as a clown, you guys. Gosh, makes me think of Caddy from Mean Girls. I dressed as a clown. 2006, so I was 15. Mariah, another Mariah, you guys, was the one that called me to tell me that Adam was gay. And this is a picture of me and Missy, the one that dated Adam, right after that surgery the picture I showed you guys. I lost a ton of weight in the hospital, you guys. I lost like 20 pounds. But right after I got out of the hospital, I had like a little sleepover with Missy to celebrate getting out of the hospital. And that's actually what broke up our friendship. I had gotten these pictures developed, and there was a picture of me and her, and okay, don't let your minds go in the gutter, but there was a picture of me and her. I had like a really satiny pink comforter set that I loved for the longest time. And there was a picture of me and her in that bed, you know, it's a sleepover, with my dog Bunny at the time. And I showed it to people, and it pissed her off because people started saying we were lesbians. And that's how that friendship ended. Yeah. Once again, I'm still Facebook friends with her, and every now and then I'll see her, I'll say hi, how you doing? But after that picture incident, it wasn't the same. Sucks. I got a couple of pictures of me and Molly. American Girl doll, the only American Girl the only American Girl doll I ever had. My sister-in-law at the time sent me this doll in the mail for Christmas. What did I do with the other one? And it also came with all her stories, a big book of her stories. And you guys, please don't ask me what was wrong with me as a kid, because one day I decided that Molly needed another hairdo, and I cut off all her hair. I never took care of anything that I had, you guys. I can say that now. But that was one of my favorite gifts that year. Maybe it's because I always had a certain fear about dolls. Maybe that's why. This was yet another one of Mariah's birthday parties. This was when I was dating Aaron, and it was 2007, so I was 16, and we had dressed up as Romeo and Juliet. Okay, that's a little bit better than a clown. I love this picture because of how blue my eyes are. From what I remember, we had a good time that night. Another picture of me and Mama. This was after, it was 1994, so I was 3 years old. This was after my dad had put sun in my hair, and it turned blonde. My mom's going to be so mad that I'm showing this picture. She probably don't like that smile on her face, but I love this picture. When Mama got my, it says on the back, strike a pose, 01/21st, 1998, so I was 7. And I guess she had probably gotten the pictures taken for my birthday, because my birthday was the 18th. And I was going into maybe first grade. But anyways, right after these pictures were taken, my mother took me to a salon, and she told the girl, she said, give her a nice little summer cut. I don't know why she was asking for a summer cut during the winter, but I don't know. Well, no, I do, because she wanted to get me a new haircut for school, so yes, it was summer. And the woman cut all that hair off. I look like a boy. I'll show you the next picture so you guys can see what I look like on my first day of school. Why was I... Okay, it's 1998, so I was 7. Oh yeah, that's right. I was held back in kindergarten. That's right. Yeah, my teacher always wrote on my report card, do you guys remember that I did not like sitting in my seat, and I had a hard time listening, and so my mom held me back in kindergarten for that reason, and my teacher did. And then there was a little incident in kindergarten when a little boy was making fun of me, and I called him bitch face. Yes, you guys. And that might be another reason they held me back, but I was 7 years old and my first day of school. But, see. Okay. But yeah, she cut all my hair off. Bitch. Okay, so here's the first day of school. As you can see, all my hair got cut off. And that's the banana tree that my dad had. My mom used to love taking pictures of us next to certain trees so they could... my dad planted a lot of trees throughout my life, including this banana tree. She always used to love take pictures. Look how tall I was, yo. I was 7 years old and that tall. That's crazy. But I was really excited because me and Gregory were sharing the same bus, and I was excited about sitting next to him. I've always been boy crazy, you guys. I've always been boy crazy. Oh, I got a picture of Billy the goat, 1999. When my parents decided to buy a goat. And we had him in the house and everything, you guys. He used to, like, dance down these stairs. He would run up the stairs and then dance back down. You know how goats do. He was so cute, though. Look at him. I love goats. This is Bunny. This was 2008, so I was 17. Yeah. This was my childhood dog. This was the dog that I was, eager to get home to after my surgery when I was 13. She was a puppy then. I remember my mom actually had a little notepad when I was in my coma or semi-conscious, and she would ask me questions, how are you feeling? Are you in any pain? And I had written down, I miss Bunny. My baby. She passed away when she was 13 years old. We had to give her to my aunt when we moved, and she had a seizure and passed away. She was a mean butt, though, you guys. Like, unless it was like close family like me and my dad and my mom, she was mean. But she had no tail, and I just always thought she was the cutest thing. I love Bunny. Peppy. That's my first dog I ever remember having. She was a cockapoo. I didn't treat her very nicely, you guys. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I was messed up. I was really messed up. Until recently, actually, I was really messed up. And I wish I could go back and change how I treated this dog. But I can't. And I wish I could. I do. I look back now and I regret it. It was anger, you guys, anger. My dad was an alcoholic. My mom was a workaholic. And I took it out on the dog. And she was such a sweetheart, too. Makes me feel like such a monster, even to this day. We got a picture of my grandparents. This is my grandmother, my daddy's mama, and my daddy's daddy. Doug and Doris. I am so glad that I came here just in time to say goodbye to my grandmother when I moved here. She was still alive when I moved here, and I am so glad that I got the chance to say goodbye to her when I moved here. I love this picture of me and my brother Grant because we were always picking on each other. And, he was always giving me hell. But my mom took this picture of us. I think we were going to like a farm or something. And we had passed out. We're in the back of their Corsica that they had. And it just shows us in a rarity. Here's my brother Mike. This is my oldest brother. Christmas Eve, 1994. Look how cute, you guys. We all look like our dad. I think that's the funniest saying. We all have the same cheekbones. But yes, that is my oldest brother, Mike. This was when he lived in Boston, when he was married to his second wife. Here's a picture of me with my braces when my niece Sarah was born. That's my brother Stuart's second child. I just thought she was so cute. And look, we matched. Another picture I love of me and my grandmother. You guys, she had a caregiver at the end of her life that cared for her for like a year named Sheridan. And Sheridan just wormed her way into my grandmother and my aunt's life. And now she lives in my grandmother's home. And it pisses me off because my grandmother's home has always been a staple for anyone coming through this area. They'll point at that house and say, oh, that's Doris's house. I used to go there all the time and spend time with her and talk with her, and it just, oh God, I hate people that take advantage of other people. She took over my grandmother's whole funeral too. They were trying to put a necklace on her. She was in the casket, and this bitch is trying to put a necklace on her. And she's telling the funeral director, please help me to put this necklace on her. And I'm like, bitch, why didn't you put the necklace on her before, you know? And the funeral director was like, ma'am, it's going to be really hard to put that necklace on her because, you know, she's stiff, you know? So, gosh, she was pissed me off so much, you guys. We didn't even, my dad and me didn't even get to sit in the front pews where family's supposed to go. We sat in like the third pew back. It just makes me sick. I love my grandmother. I think that's my dad in the background. This is one of my favorite great aunts. Well, this is my great aunt Peggy and my great aunt Marie. Peggy, right after this photo, had a stroke and was paralyzed from the waist down after that. And Aunt Marie took care of her. Pretty sure they were sisters. Pretty sure. Peggy was my cousin that lives next door that owns this house. That's his mother. But I love my great Aunt Marie, you guys. She was the one that showed me how coffee and donuts, how well they go together. And she used to read my palms all the time. And what's funny now is she said I had a W on my palm and an A on my palm. I used to love that. I used to give me ASMR, you guys, because she would trace my palms, and I'd be like, you know, I didn't know what that feeling was at the time. ASMR didn't exist at that time, but she was always so sweet to me. I loved her. She had this fur jacket that I was obsessed with for years. I would open their closet and just feel of that fur jacket that she had. Speaking of my cousin, this is the cousin that owns this house. Redskins fan. David is a Redskins fan. Like, okay. Anyways. And then, of course, there's me and my dad and my brothers Gabriel and Grant. And what are we eating? It looks like Thanksgiving, maybe? Or Christmas. It's either it's Christmas, because I see back here that our staircase is decorated with Christmas. So, Christmas dinner. Pickled eggs, wow. He's been doing those for a long time. Alright, I hate that I had to end this video with this picture, but it might give you all a little laugh. This is my second sister-in-law. Her name was Lauren. Her parents, who were as Boston as it gets, and their names were Queenie and Tom. And they were always so sweet to me, you guys. But they apparently treated my brother like shit and made fun of our family all the time. So it's sad for me because they were always so sweet to me. But, you know, things change and you realize stuff, and worms start coming out of the cans, and but anyways, you guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will be talking to you guys soon. Love you guys. Bye-bye.